Hey guys, Dr. Keith here. Today I want to talk to you about the one condition that causes all symptoms, all health problems, and all disease. And that is stress. When we talk about stress, people think of it as this big, vague word that doesn't really have a lot of meaning, right? People relate it to a lot of emotional type stress. But I want you to know, and the reason for me doing this video is that stress comes in 3 separate forms, and it is actually very specific to the body. So we're talking about stress, we're talking about mechanical stress, we're talking about emotional stress, and we're talking about nutritional stress. So we're talking about mechanical stress, we're talking about subluxations in the spine, which is a word that chiropractors use and what chiropractors treat. So what a subluxation is that we've got 24 vertebrae from our head to our pelvis. And each vertebrae is supposed to move independently of the one above and below it. Now we have a nerve that comes out from every single level. And each nerve goes to 3 separate things. It goes to an area of your skin, it goes to a muscle group, and it also goes to an organ system. So due to tight muscles, poor posture, poor diet, then we can develop these things that are called subluxations, where the vertebrae, they move, instead of them moving independently, they actually get stuck and they move as a unit. When we have this aberrant motion or restricted motion or misalignment in your spine, it is going to send a stress signal to the brain and your nervous system, which is then going to spill over and cause other detrimental effects if it's there long term. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about subluxations in your spine. Now, poor posture. When you're looking at somebody from the side, right? The ideal type posture is that military type posture. Shoulders back, head over the shoulders, right? Suck your stomach in and having this pelvic in the pelvis in alignment. But most of us, because everything we do is in front of us, we naturally tend to have these rounded shoulders. This head tends to come forward, right? This anterior pelvic tilt then occurs, okay? So with this poor posture and these deviations, it can perpetuate the subluxations and stress in your nervous system. Now, injuries. Old musculoskeletal injuries, where either you turned an ankle when you're playing sports and basketball that hasn't healed correctly, you have a hip restriction issue, a shoulder problem, an old whiplash injury in your neck, or anything in the lower back from a slip or fall, whatever it may be. Old musculoskeletal injuries that haven't healed correctly are going to put chronic stress into your spine and your nervous system and then can cause other issues. Emotional stress. We're talking about emotional stress. We're talking about relationship issues with other people, right? Spouses, family members, friends, co-workers. Something that it goes unresolved that tends to have us lose our inner peace and our stability inside can cause that chronic issue. Other thing is relationships with ourselves. How kind are you to you? So people that have anxiety or depression issues or this chronic negative self-talk is going to be a huge emotional stress to that body. Okay? Now, the third part is the nutritional component, which has to deal with a poor diet. People that eat a lot of sugar substitutes, genetically modified foods, fried foods, things that have very little nutritional value for the body. Chronically putting that into your body is going to cause issues. The other thing is going to be weak digestion. When we have chronic stress on the body, in mechanical, emotional, nutritional, the digestion system is one of the first organ systems that basically gets shut down. So when we don't digest our food properly, it can lead to small intestinal issues and large intestine stuff like leaky gut issues, or SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or large intestine toxicity, which can then wreak havoc on the rest of the body. Okay? Even if you eat a clean diet rich in organic fruits and vegetables and clean meats, if your body still cannot digest it, it still is going to treat it like poison. So what I want you guys to understand is that there's one condition that causes all symptoms, all health problems, and all disease, and that is stress. But it comes in 3 forms. So just take a look at this, and for help it to stick a little bit better, we've got M-E-N. Men make us sick. Sorry guys, but ladies, it'll stick better for you. So I want you guys to understand and wrap your head around this so that you guys can really understand how health works and how the body works. So it doesn't matter what form or what combination of stress is on the body, your body is going to fight it the same way every single time. And the one thing that it does to combat stress is it does it with nutrition. And it's the only way that the body can combat stress, okay? So regardless of when people come in to see me of what health issue they have, whether it's allergies or migraines or eczema or neck pain or shoulder pain, whatever it is, the very first thing I do on every single patient is we have to identify where is that primary source of stress? Or is it a combination of all three? Because if you don't find and if you don't minimize or manage that stress better, because sometimes it's hard to eliminate the stress, but managing it better can be helpful. As my mentor, Dr. Loomis, always says, is like, I'm not saying you can't listen to rock and roll. Let's just turn down the body or the volume so that your body has that ability to heal, okay? So we have mechanical, we have emotional, we have nutritional stress. So let's just play this out for you guys so you guys can really understand this. We have this emotional component. Let's say somebody is anxious, right? 7 or an 8 out of 10 every single day. Well, with that stress being there every single day, the body's gonna burn more nutrition as a result of that. So you're gonna rack up this nutritional deficit. And when the body becomes nutritionally out of balance and your organ systems don't have the nutrition, then that's gonna cause subluxations in your spine and muscle contraction, okay? And it's gonna perpetuate that. Somebody has a poor diet or weak digestion. Well, obviously that can cause some emotional instability as well, but it can also perpetuate the subluxations. And vice versa. If somebody's got poor posture or subluxations and have never been checked out by a chiropractor, well, that can cause organ-related issues and cause emotional stuff. So you can see how we've got this vicious cycle that just keeps going on and on and on. And that's why the first thing everybody needs to do to allow their body to heal is in that stress management component and identifying where is that source of stress. So this is something that I've become an expert in and really learning how to understand this and search for this on my patients' bodies, okay? So if you're interested in coming in for a screening, let me know. We can do a 15-minute screening on you. We can check your posture, we can check your spine, we can do a screening on your digestion system, and we can do this at my expense. So if you're interested, give me a call. Hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm Dr. Keith.